I couldn't believe the hubris he had. If you were walking around with that kind of secret, and you're going on the national news, wouldn't you sort of dial it back a little bit? You'd be a little on eggshells?
A little.
You know...
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to...
My appearance a few weeks back on The Tonight Show sparking a fiery conversation the other night when I sat down with former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner. I'm trying to understand how somebody with a secret like that could go on national television and be that cocky.
When you say that cocky, you mean answer your questions? And when you say something,
with the arms.
Let me ask you something.
Show the arms.
Listen, let me ask you.
Watch. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Watch. Let me tell you, sir. Let me tell you. But you know, you're throwing everything at me, so I can't offer any response. No,
but I get an opportunity. You're doing an interview, so let me respond to your question.
Why don't you just do a soliloquy? Okay, you just take it away. I'll ask the question and you're not answering. Just tell me how is it fair?
Ready?
I am.
Listen to you. I mean, honestly, listen to you.
It's all on me.
I was the guest on the show being asked questions, and you're talking to me over the entire time. Do you think that's good TV?
I think getting answers to my questions.
Let me ask you something, but do you think it's good TV to interrupt someone when they're talking?
When they give non-responsive answers, you bet I do.
That is horrible TV.
I don't work for you. I work for the viewers. I don't work for you,
I know, but they can't hear
I work for my viewers.
But do you think none of your viewers want to hear what I have to say?
You try to hijack the show.
Do any of your viewers care what I have to say?
No, that remains to be seen. There's a lot of scandals in Washington right now. And outside of Washington. You got Bridgegate with Governor Christie. You've got Benghazi with Hillary Clinton. As somebody who has handled scandals personally, I ask you, when you see Christie look into the camera directly and say, I didn't know anything about it. When you see Hillary Clinton look directly into the camera and say, I didn't know anything about the inadequate security over in Libya. And you too looked into the camera and said, I didn't do this. Do you understand why people have a crisis of confidence and have reason to doubt the assertions being made by these politicians?
I think each situation is different. I mean, I handled it very poorly, and then I compounded it by being dishonest about a personal failing. So I'm certainly not a great person to arbitrate on how other people deal with their crisis.
When you see them, doing that, do you experience it differently?
Here's what we know. We know that the reports that looked into it in Washington said that Hillary Clinton did not know. We know that Christie said he did not know, and there's no documents that say he personally didn't know. So we have some factual things, but each situation is differently. I mean, each situation is different. I mean, I don't think that there is I think, generally speaking, what happened in Benghazi was a terrible tragedy and people died. Generally speaking, what happened in New Jersey was a terrible abuse of power, and what I did was a personal failing that I didn't own up to. So I don't think you can say, well, let's figure out some omnibus rule. I can tell you the rule that I learned is being truthful is always better than not.
I'll tell you my thoughts on this right after the break. So after all this time, the interview with Mr. Weiner was an interesting one for me because when you talk to him about something that he felt objectionable, any sort of politics, he was like that, right? But then whenever you mentioned his controversy, it was like, because of a personal failing. I mean, the body language, it was like two different guys, depending on the subject, like aggressive and then submissive. And I'm not sure if that was media training or what that was, but I'm interested in your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter @Megyn Kelly. Let me know. And check out Facebook.com, too. I'm Megyn Kelly. This is the Kelly Five.